company based out of Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. So we're just going to look over this site, see what they've got currently going on with their site structure, their internal linking, what's going on with their Google Business Profile. Are they feeding Google server errors like 301s? Do we have any 4s from like dead links? Do we have our trust factors like our privacy policy, our terms of service, robots.txt? Do we also have our sitemap.xml? What is currently going on with this carpet cleaning website, right? So let's see here. Let's go to their Google Business Profile. All right. So first things I see is we've got carpet floor window cleaning services. Okay. So they got their main keyword in there, carpet floor, and they also got cleaning and services, which is great. We can see here is that I can get directions to the Google Business Profile. So what that means to me is that they've verified the address of this profile, which is great. You always want to make sure that you have a verified physical address for your Google Business Profiles. If you are on a service area based profile, you're going to rank lower on average than a Google Business Profile with their address verified. So as a carpet cleaning company, if all of your competitors are verifying their address and you are still on a service area based profile, they're going to rank higher on average. Not only that, what's also going to occur is if someone searches in Google, carpet cleaning near me, it is going to be almost impossible for you to outrank those with that verified address. That little additional keyword near me, and there are other ones as well, those modifiers are going to make it nearly impossible to rank as a service area based Google Business Profile. They're going to each of their individual services that they offer, right? They offer carpet cleaning, but also they have these adjacent keywords or services that they also offer that they're placing on their Google Business Profile, which is great. What they want to make sure is they go back in afterwards, after they've listed their services on their Google Business Profile as a carpet cleaning company, and they then put a description behind each of their services. So they've got area rug cleaning, right? Because that as a carpet cleaning company, they offer that. Then behind area rug cleaning, what they need to do is they need to add a 2 to 3 line or 2 to 3 sentences description behind each of those on their Google Business Profile. They've also got pet, stain, and odor removal, which is great, right? When people go to search, by putting the specific pain point in as one of their services, when someone goes to search for that pet stain removal, their Google Business Profile is going to appear for that. They need to make sure in the back end, though, that they're going in and putting a description on each of these. So this carpet cleaning company's Google Business Profile has their main keyword and their main services, and they've got some keyword variations. So they've got residential carpet cleaners. They also have residential carpet and rug cleaning as a service on their Google Business Profile, which is great. They've also got residential tile and grout, residential cleaning, rug cleaning. This is great. Some things that they could be doing better is their attributes on the Google Business Profile. Anytime Google has a form or a field or a question about your business, what payments do you accept? Do you take cash? Do you take credit card? You need to be hitting yes or no on each of those. Does your business location have free parking? Do you have publicly accessible restrooms, right? Anytime you see those questions, we need to go and answer all of them. So their main category is carpet cleaning service, which is great. So this carpet cleaning company matched their primary category to the service or to the main keyword that they want to rank for, right? Carpet cleaning service. What you don't want to have happen is your primary category isn't matching what you want to rank for. Your Google Business Profile is going to be invisible for people actually searching for your services. Someone goes into Google and searches for carpet cleaning service, but your main category is not that. Let's say it's something that doesn't match what you're actually wanting to target. As an example, let's say your primary category is window cleaning service. If you're wanting to show up, you don't want to be invisible to when someone searches for carpet cleaning service, because that's your primary service. That's the primary keyword you're wanting to target. You also have to match it with the primary category on your Google Business Profile. So this carpet cleaning company is doing something great. On their Google Business Profile, they have their appointment URL or their appointment link set to their appointment setting software. In this example, they're using Housecall Pro. So anytime someone goes and visits their Google Business Profile and clicks that, boom, instantly can start booking. Not only that, Google checks for the completeness of your Google Business Profile. So by them going in and every chance they can, placing more additional information on their profile, they are, which is great. So then they're also linking back to their main site, which is awesome. Let's go look at their reviews. So their reviews are 4 days old, and I'm not seeing a response. So ideally what you want to do is 24 to 48 hours after a review is left on your Google Business Profile as a cleaning carpet company, you're going to want to go in and respond. Also, these photos are great. I would pull these onto your site. That's something else you can do is whenever someone leaves a review and they leave a photo of your service, we can pull those images onto our site. So for this carpet cleaning company, they've got review photos of dogs on carpets, right? And then what they can do is they can pull that photo, place it on their site. So not only when people come by and see their previous work that they've done, we can add alt text. And behind that alt text, which is just a little bit of HTML code, we can talk more about the service, more about what's in the photo, what type of carpet got cleaned, why it got cleaned, where it got cleaned. When the crawlers come by to that page, they see the image, that will be sent off to a sub-process. But what they'll see first is that alt text, that little bit of HTML code, and then they'll go and read everything that you place there. In that, we can get more of our entities, more of our LSI words, more of our keywords, and our keyword variations on page. And we didn't even have to take the photo. The reviews left the photos for us. Emerald Coast Carpet Cleaning Pro. Okay, so let's go here. Let's see. So it's not showing me your social profiles. So what you want to make sure you do is on your Google Business Profile, you're listing all of the possible social profiles that you actually have. So if you have a Facebook account, if you have an Instagram account, if you have a Twitter or X account, if you have a LinkedIn or a Threads, all of those you're going to want to link on your Google Business Profile. And on your site, you're also going to want to have those little social icons and links back to your profiles. Another thing you can do is in your sameAs schema, you also are going to want to link back to your social profiles. What this does is it helps Google get all the possible references, right? Because you're linking to it on your Google Business Profile. You're linking to it on your site, and you're linking it to on your schema. Each time, Google then knows that all these profiles are associated to you and your business. You start to build up your entity or your knowledge graph of all this relevant information about you and your services to you as a company or as a person. Let's go look at your social profiles. Let's take your actual URL though. I'm trying to see if they have any other social profiles. I'm not able to find. So it looks like you only have a Facebook and a Instagram. Okay, so let's go look at your Facebook. So anytime we have external links, rather on our social profiles, our backlinks, anything that is linking back to your site, what you want to make sure you're doing is matching the URL structure that when you go and visit your site is the URL structure that's served. So what I mean by this is that if I go to your site and it is a non www version, then any external links need to also have that non www URL version. We want to maintain the same URL structure that we have on our site. And on their Google Business Profile, that's exactly what they're doing, which is great. They've got some posts. So if you're going to post on social, what I highly recommend doing is to have links that go back to your site. So that's their Facebook. Let's look at their Instagram. So as a carpet cleaning company on your Instagram, on any social profiles that you have, you always want a link back to your site. So go through all of your social profiles right now, make sure the URL structure is matching, right? And then also what we want to do is we want to link back to our site in our about or our bio on each of those social profiles. And you can do that across LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. And then also, when you're posting on social, we also want to have links back to our site on all social posts. Is this yours? This looks like yours. Emerald Coast Cleaning, Emerald Coast Carpet Cleaning. It's got the same logo, Emerald Coast Carpet Cleaning Services, but you have a different site. You have carpet cleaning. What is this? Carpet cleaning destinflorida.co. Okay, so it looks like you have different sites for different locations, which is good. So always, even if you're a carpet cleaning company, check your embedded Google Business Profile on your website. I have done so many audits recently, and 8 times out of 10, I will click that embedded map and it will not take me to the actual Google Business Profile. On this site right here, I can see that this Google Business Profile does not take me to their Google Business Profile, this embedded, which is interesting. It's a house. Okay. Even if you're a service area based business, you can still link back to your Google Business Profile on your site. It doesn't have to be a physical address verified. It can be a house or a service area based profile. So for this carpet cleaning company, they're linking to 2 of their sites. So one domain is for a certain location, and then they also have another domain for another location. So whenever you have that, where you have 2 sites for each location, what you want to do is you want to have separate social profiles, because what you're going to do is you're going to confuse Google when you have one profile that's posting to multiple location sites. So instead, have multiple social profiles, one for each location. Not only that, what happens is that one location profile, when you start talking about your area, in this example, Destin, when you start talking about your area in your social posts and you're linking back to your Destin located website, which is linked to a Destin located Google Business Profile, when people start searching in Destin, there are going to be instances in which your social posts are ranking in Google. Then that can drive traffic or leads to you because your social posts are starting to rank in Google. So when you go to choose your domain name, you want it to be a .com domain. You don't want to do .io, .law. It doesn't even matter if you're a carpet cleaning company. You always want that .com top level domain. You're going to rank better by having a .com top level domain. You don't want any other little .com. So that's something I would do for them, is get it switched over to a .com. Let's see here. So on your site right here, if I were to click residential, it doesn't take me anywhere. You currently have the URL not going to your actual residential page, also for your commercial. So both of these links right here in your header and your main navigation do not go to your site or anywhere on your site. They don't go to a different page. Let's look at does this link work? It does work, okay. So let's go look at your services pages. Let's go look at your blog as well. Okay, tile and grout cleaning, this is great. You've got the main keyword of the main service you're trying to target in the H. You got some photos of somebody doing the work. This is great. These look like stock. I would rather get personal photos. Got some more of these. Got some text on the page. 1,400 words, that's good. You've got the title tag has the top level keyword that they're trying to target, which is great. They've also got some keyword and keyword variations in their meta description. Ooh, I really like this. So because they have this section here, right? So one is tile and grout cleaning for all types of tiles. And then there's another section that is why choose Emerald Coast carpet floor window cleaning services. And what this does is that when you click on one, it displays a whole bunch of text. And then when you click on the other, that goes away. And then you get a new section of text. So what this does is that instead of having the text stacked on top of each other, right? So if you had one block and you had another block, what that does is that it ruins the customer experience. So they would have to scroll and scroll to get all the way to where they want or to the bottom of the page. But instead, what this carpet cleaning company is doing is they have a little bit of the text or the SEO hidden, so it doesn't remove the user's experience. It actually improves it, and we get text on page or SEO on page for free. We can hide the SEO. They've also got the FAQ accordions, which is great. You've got the link to the Google Business Profile embedded, which is great. So your footer link down here at the bottom to the FAQ is broken. Let's see, does terms of service work? No. Privacy policy doesn't work either. So you have a whole bunch of links in your footer, and the URL structure that it takes, it looks like it's, yeah. So you're actually creating a whole bunch of URLs by doing this. So what's happening is that as you go to a new page, this footer is taking on the URL structure that you're currently at. So as an example here, we've got /tile grout cleaning, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. And then down here, these are supposed to link to actual pages. But what's happening is that there's just a pound sign. So this is creating new URLs because for the URL that you're at, let's think about it. If we were to go to /blog, this footer is creating the /blog pound. So then you're just creating a whole bunch of new links which aren't actually doing anything and could bloat the URLs, the amount of URLs on your site. So I'd go and make sure those are actually, oh yeah, it also is happening in your residential and commercial. So I'd fix those. Oh, this is great. They got this accordion that is placing even more text. If someone was wanting to know more information about their pre-treatment, they can come here and click this, but it's default closed. So again, we're getting our keywords, our LSI terms, our entities on page, which is great. And they also got this little section here as well using listicles, which is great. And this FAQ, just need to fix those URL links. These look good. You've also got some links with anchor text that's relevant, linking back to your Google Business Profile, which is great, and linking back to your home page. Okay, so let's close some of these. These all look pretty much the same, similar structure, which is good. Okay, so these look pretty templatized, pretty similar. All right, let's look at the blog. Your blog, this is a common thing that I'm seeing is that whenever we do the pagination, it's creating a new URL. So on this carpet cleaning company's website, when you go to their blog page, they have a lot of blog content, right? And so then what they do is they create the little pagination at the bottom. So you can go to 1, you can go to page 2, and you can go to page 3. So that's fine. But what's happening is that if I go to page 2, it's creating a new URL. That new URL is blog dash page 2. Now, what is happening is that you're creating a new page. Google then goes and sees, okay, you've got this URL without realizing it's just pagination. And so it thinks it's a new page. It goes to that page, sees that there's not really anything going on here. There's just really a whole bunch of links and there's not a whole bunch of content on the page. And so you're not really getting anything from it. You're actually getting penalized because not only does Google see, okay, this is really just thin content, there's not a lot going on here, but Google's going to waste your crawl budget and come and view that page when instead it should be visiting our money pages or our service pages, not these bloated URLs that don't really serve a purpose. Yeah, and so you've also got a page 3, which I'd get fixed. Let's look at the actual blog. So they're doing something great. This carpet cleaning company is using exact match anchor text, then linking to their service page or their money page. So they're doing, as the anchor text, professional carpet cleaning service in Niceville. Then that is linking to their service page, which is great. You always want to be doing this. They've also got listicles, which is good. They're bolding keywords, deep carpet cleaning, which is good. You got another one. Then you got another listicle, which is great. I only see one internal link so far. I don't see any other links in the content. I would get at least 2 more in the body of the content with that exact match or relevant anchor text, linking back to your money pages or your service pages. That was only one blog. Let me check one more just to see what's going on here. So boom, at the top, they've got stuff bolded. They've got a data table, which is great on their blog content. Not seeing any other internal links. So, okay. So I would definitely get some more internal linking going on. And then also, let's see. Okay, just one link as well. Okay. So then let's look what they're actually writing about. Carpet cleaning, best cleaning. So you're doing a self-promotional listicle, probably. Yeah, I'd get more links on your blog content, linking back to your individual service pages. Pet stain, order removals. Yeah, you're creating all relevant content and you're including the state or the city that you're currently working in. So what this also does is it adds geographic relevance. So it helps Google know, okay, this site has all of these geographic relevant things on the pages. So using that to our advantage, we can help tell Google that our service is done in this area so that we rank higher when people are in those areas and searching for our service. So another URL bloat thing that you have going on is you have /category / and so this is like a WordPress artifact or a bug. And so again, you're just creating another URL bloat. And then you have author. Author's not, okay, that makes sense. But you've got that as well. And then let's go into the automated and let's go to Elementor H4. So you have an Elementor sitemap, which is, I'm not sure why this is happening. And you're linking to specific portions of your site. So you have an Elementor footer and a header URL link. But when Google comes by and looks at these are just being redirected for no reason. You just want to remove these URLs in your sitemap. Anytime you're linking to a 301, you should just link to the original URL. In this example, you just want to get rid of these links because they should not exist. And then there's that. You don't have any schema. Let's go look at this. You've got 2 pages that have the same title tag. Ideally, what you want to have occur is that anytime you make a new page, it has a new title tag and a new meta description, and obviously all the rest of the content. We already talked about that. We already talked about the categories. Yeah, so again, you're categorizing your blog content, which is then creating these category pages, which is just going to bloat up the amount of URLs that you have that aren't actually doing anything, right? This categorized page of your content isn't actually serving a purpose. It's not serving you in any way. It's just creating more and more URLs, more URL bloat, which are going to hurt your site. You're going to have indexing issues and you're wasting your crawl budget. So we already talked about the author page that you have. So 3 of your pages can only be found in your sitemap. So let's go look at these. So you have a test URL page, which is just out here. This looks like a sample page. This shouldn't exist, or you shouldn't be linking to it. Then you also have a for test page. You just have, again, more random pages that aren't serving you. And then you're only linking to this page once, and that's from the sitemap. So anytime we create a page, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are properly interlinking all of our pages. So you want to have multiple links to every page. This helps Google find all of your pages, and it helps with keeping all of your pages indexed. We can close that. Then let's go look at your 15 pages are missing H1 tags, but some of these are from your URL bloat, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then you're missing meta descriptions, and then you got some other things going on. So yeah, so that is the audit for a carpet cleaning company in Santa Rosa.